closer without a doubt. Left drive and right drive, real simple. Where do you sit? Anybody that's ever been to England, they sit on the wrong side of the car. That's what we say. Well, you know, so think about that. He's shifting with his right hand in that supercar, shifting with his left. So, I mean, it's not a small change for him, but he has really adapted and adapted quickly. Now he has to adapt to NASCAR overtime. One good thing in his corner, the single file restarts that we've seen all day will make it a whole lot easier than if it was double file. But there's still 12 very tricky corners in front of him and a bunch of hungry drivers behind him.
Yeah, you mentioned the restart rules and the overtime. And Steve, the other question is Haley and Elliott, do they have enough fuel?
Well, it's going to be very close, right? Because these laps, once we go into overtime, you know, they don't really count towards the distance of the race. So Haley and Elliott, 45 laps on the tank. Now, a bunch of that is yellow. But still, do you get a little stumble? Does it not pick up? That could be an advantage for the 91. It could be a detriment to someone like Larson, right? Does he hit him in the back or does he get by? We've seen some good lap times out of Larson. You wonder if he could clear them quickly. Could he challenge?
All right, DJ, Brad, do you guys think the 91 rises to the occasion?
This is phenomenal. I mean, you guys have documented what you've seen. We haven't seen this before. Somebody come in and be as aggressive and as dominant as what he has been coming up through the back. That was so impressive getting to the front.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I had the good fortune of having a V8 supercar driver in my car, in Marcus Ambrose, and won some Xfinity races for my race team. So I know how talented these young men are. So we're going to watch a great one here, Rick.
And when the restart happens, overtime rules are they will go 2 laps. If they get back to the white flag without a caution, then the next flag that flies would end the race. And they will go to video to determine who is in front if that comes into question. And you see the city street lights. They are on. And the field making their way down Michigan. And now to Jackson Drive into the restart zone. SVG.
Come on, 91.
History here in Chicago.
Oh, God.
It's overtime, presented by Credit One Bank. Down into turn 1 they go.
Here they come with less than 2 laps to go. SVG away with the lead by a car length, maybe 2. You got Haley, you got Elliott, and now Kyle Larson's in the mix. They're all stacked up right behind him. But
Come on,
in coming
91.
and pulling away is Shane Van Gisbergen to turn 3.
And the battle now is for 3rd, 4th, 5th. You see
Keep
those
them
cars
behind
close
you.
together. Down into turn 4. No lockups. Everybody getting through here really cleanly in this. Coming to the white flag. The 91 easily out front of the field.
This has been one of the smoothest parts of the racetrack. When he leaves turn 5 and comes down Columbus Drive and sets up for the left-hander into turn 6. He drives it in deep, but he's very smooth. He'll clip that inside, swing it wide, and head downhill to Michigan Avenue.
Oh, my Lord.
Steve mentioned it, the advantage of having
Guys,
a
I think the
single file
91's gonna
restart
win.
allowed a very calm restart. SVG got a great restart, drove away from Haley, and now he just has to focus out front. He's driven far enough away where Haley cannot outbrake him. It is now mistake-free time. Do not get yourself in trouble. Do not overdrive. Just keep pace with the car behind you.
And he hasn't pulled away from Haley yet.
5 back, all clear.
5 back, you just heard that from the spot. Van Gisbergen out of turn 12, coming up to see the white flag. One more time around this street course in Chicago.
Do
Here
no.
they come into turn number 1. Does Justin Haley
Come on,
or Chase
91.
Elliott, number 1, have enough fuel in the tank? And do they have enough to get to the back bumper of that 91 car? Here he is, right-hander, turn 2 for the final time.
You see the gap right there? Pulling away down the back straightaway, cleanly through turn 3. Full throttle into the
Wow.
braking zone, over the hump. A lock up by the 31 back there. Gisbergen through 4, through 5. Smoothly
Wow.
onto the
91
throttle.
cars
Good
going
corner exit.
amazing.
Headed back to you.
He will swing wide out of 5. He'll set up, angle right to the middle of the racetrack, and go driver's right now. Hard braking, downshifting. He's going to drive it in way deep, and he'll pull away from Haley even more. He'll leave turn 6, downhill to Michigan Avenue for the final time this evening in Chicago.
Trackhouse racing drivers have been part of huge and great memories from Chastain to Martinsville to this. It's not over yet, but it's really close.
The 75th anniversary of NASCAR, and it has been 60 years since a driver has won in their series debut.
No
has
way.
been perfect. He has navigated the streets of Chicago to perfection. The final time onto the front stretch.
Yeah.
He comes to the checkered flag.
Look
He's
at
won
that.
the very first street race in NASCAR.
That was cool.
Back-to-back wins for Trackhouse Racing. A victory lap now for the 91.